Sa harap ng mga baluktot, ako'y nagmamatiyag. Hindi natitinag sa bawat hamon ng mundo. Katotohanan ang aking aramas, di ako magpapatalo. Teacher mag-reacts, galit sa kasinungalingan. Sa bawat salita, bumubulusok ang katotohanan. Walang palusot, walang takas sa mali. Ako'y revolusyonaryo sa harap ng mga salbahe.
Yun, welcome back sa Teacher Mark Reacts. Ang pag-uusapan natin, eto na naman yung iyakin. Iyakin akong resista. Okay, ngayon naman, ang iniiyak niya dito, sinasabi niya, no? Si Grijaldo, likely ha, feeling niya may tinatago. Kasi nga, hindi niya daw sinasagot yung query, no? Yung tanong ng Huwadcom. Pero, based dun sa napanood natin, sumasagot naman siya. Hindi nyo lang naintindihan yung sagot niya. So, bago ang lahat, no, gusto ko lang batiin kayo ng magandang gabi. And kay Marie, kay Maria Nanale, Raziel's dad, Tay Amik, Maylene, Nora De Jong, Leonard, Cesar Gabriel, Fade Santiago, YGSS, The Crying Barber. It's just your feeling. Diba? Nasaktan siya eh. Oh, ito, panoorin natin. Shoutout sa'yo, Maria Jansen.
Congressman, before we talk
And Juliet Bravo Alpha. Yeah.
about that renewed push to reopen some drug war cases, we first want to get an update on Colonel Hector Grijaldo, who is detained in a police station just across the House of Representatives. Any update with regard to his security, his condition, and did he send any feelers overnight with regard to his willingness to testify before the House Quadcom?
Well, apparently there's no change in heart and change in mind for Colonel Grijaldo. He was already transferred.
Oh, wait. Umpisa pa lang, alam sa'yo rin ang galing kung ano yung gusto nyong mangyari. Gusto nyong bumaliktad si Grijaldo sa statement niya. Kayo mismo nang galing, oh. Ito, totoo ha.
In heart and
Quadcom.
well, apparently there's no change in heart and change in mind for Colonel Grijaldo. He was already
There's no change in heart and change in mind. Oh, kaya nga sinasabi nga niya, he stand by, no? His statement doon sa Senado. So ang gusto mo, change of heart, bumaliktad. Okay.
already transferred to the police, Quezon City Police Station 6, and everything went smoothly. No problem. He was in good, tip-top shape and good health. So he was now, I think he slept there starting last night.
And do you intend to recall him into the investigation given his strong stance, his consistent stance of refusing to answer questions from the panel members?
Isa rin to. Isa rin yung reporter. Hindi rin niya naiintindihan. Refusal is, I don't want to answer that. I invoke my right to remain silent. But saying that I stand by what I said is a different thing. Come on.
Yes, he will still be invited in the next committee hearing because the reason why we cited him in contempt is that we wanted him to participate and cooperate with the investigation. And since earlier he was refusing, he was not honoring the invitation of the Quad Committee. And that was the reason why the majority members of the committee moved for the contempt for Colonel Grijaldo, and just to ensure that he will be there during the committee hearing and he will participate. But when we invited him last night, it was pretty obvious that he had a fixed decision or mind in this committee hearing already, because he never actually answered any relevant questions asked by the members.
Ay, nako. Ewan ko sa'yo, barbers.
What do you make out of his behavior and out of his strong stance of not cooperating with the committee?
Well, to us, because he did not
Sabi ni Paul, hindi ko talaga maintindihan pinaggagawa ng mga to. Korte na ba kayo? Well, they're the Supreme Court 2.0.
answer the questions properly and appropriate questions at that. To us, we feel that he is hiding something. He is lying. He did not want to elaborate further on his revelation or the statements he made before the Senate. And
Ang sinasabi nila na Grijaldo is lying is the video itself, okay? At yung video, no, we don't know what transpired inside. Okay? What transpired inside the room, but kitang-kita doon na yung lahat ng sinabi ni Grijaldo, no, happened. Pero sinasabi nila Grijaldo is lying. How? It's consistent dun sa sinabi niya. Diba?
the questions that were asked of him were just questions related to that. And remember, when he went to the Senate, he was reading a statement. It was an affidavit that he signed. And the questions that were asked by the members of the Quad were only related to that affidavit that he read before the Senate. And he didn't want to elaborate further, meaning he didn't want to go through the rigors and perhaps the scrutiny of the members simply because he was lying.
You wanted to know the truth. But you have a judgment already na he is lying. Ano ba talaga? Diba? Napaka-amazing ng conclusion niya. Even, for example, ako yung judge. Oh, I will ferret out the truth. Pero sa sarili ko, nagsisinungaling ka. Would that be okay? Come on, barbers. Tayo pa ba maglulukuhan? Diba?
And he can only say those things if he is reading something. So that's why we felt that he is disrespectful. He does not honor the committee's right to investigate or inquire in the affidavits that he issued or he executed.
Okay. Congressman, with the absence of Colonel Grijaldo's statements and cooperation with the Huwadcom, which other former or current police officials would you invite to the succeeding hearings?
Diba? Ang ginaslight nila si Grijaldo. And this is the problem of Dan Fernandez and Abante. Sila yung kumausap eh. Umalis na tayo doon sa issue na kinausap siya. Bagkos, nandito na tayo sa kinuwers ka. Kung kinuwers ka, dapat hindi ka nakangiti. But you saw in the video, Dan Fernandez and Chairman Abante went to the room with Grijaldo. Ang tawag mo doon, hindi nila kinausap. Nandun sila. Pumasok sila doon, nag-Bible study sila kasi nga trip ni Congressman Abante, mag-gospel na naman. Ganun ba yun? Huling-huli na kayo eh. Pero you're trying to find us a way out of this.
Well, because there were motions made by some co-chairs of the committee and some members to invite several police generals who were retired, who in one way or the other has an involvement, not necessarily guilty of any crime, but has a say, no, on the war on drugs that they implemented. So we probably would invite active members too, no, to shed light on records, because apparently there were no records and forensic evidence that were kept in the depository of the Philippine National Police, and that is why there was a hurdle or a difficulty for the NBI and other investigating body to complete the investigation. Plus the fact that the families of the victims never really cooperated with the police or the NBI in the investigation, simply because they were scared.
And Congressman, on top of this TARA system, since you already mentioned the families of victims, some Huwadcom
Sabi rito ni Jason Duga, it is the word of Dan and Abante versus Grijaldo. What made them believe that Dan and Abante is the one telling the truth? Kahit the video itself the video itself is against Dan and Abante. The mere fact that you went there, talked to Grijaldo, no? Alanganin ka na nun. And yung mga first na sinabi, no? The first statements of Dan and Abante, no? Corroborates yung sinabi ni Grijaldo na kinausap siya. Diba? Nung una, nagpalusot pa sila na hindi lang naman kami yung nandoon, may ibang tao pa. But you still talk with Grijaldo. Diba?
members also want to reopen several drug war cases during the Duterte administration. How inclined is the Huwadcom to heed that call, considering the very tight schedule that you have as of the moment? It's no secret that in about 2 to 3 weeks, all members of the House of Representatives will be busy campaigning for the 2025 elections.
Ito pa, no? Ito, yung issue na to. They're trying to open up EJK again. But no, nakagawa na sila ng batas na ng bill na anti-EJK. So what's the point? Nabubuksan mo uli yung issue ng EJK kung meron ka ng nagawang bill. Diba? Parang you're just using it for optics. Para magmukhang mabango yung pangalan nyo. But based na sa nangyayari, ang nangyayari, umaalingasaw lang yung pangalan nyo. Diba? It's not helping you at all.
Yeah, you're correct. No? And in fact, we know that we're limited, no? And we're pressed for time. And we just would probably do whatever we can. And if this will not be finished by this 19th Congress, maybe in the next Congress or Congresses, they will continue and pursue these investigations. But the partial or progress report that we submitted last December, hopefully will be acted upon by those agencies that we gave a copy to. And hopefully it will become a fruitful activity for them.
Congressman, it has been 3 years since the end of the Duterte administration. Why is the House only revisiting irregularities in that administration's policies only now? Because
You want the real deal with that? Kasi nga, it's election. Some of them are using or is using this, no? And VP Sara's issue, no, to get the good side of the people. Na people think, no, na sila handang ipaglaban yung mamamayang Pilipino. But we can see through it. At the same time, no? At the same time, syempre, it is yung paghahanda in the future. Kasi nga, alam nila natatakbo si Sara Duterte, no? Si VP Sara sa 2028. They need to do whatever they can para hindi makatakbo si Sara, kundi alanganin nga naman. Di ba? Sino ang boboto kay Tambi? Ngayon, kapag ang dyan, ang labanan, Tambi and Tulfo, abay, talo pa rin si Tambi. Sorry, pero ganun talaga. For example, ma-disqualify nila si Sara Duterte. Tumakbo si Tulfo versus Tambi. Halanganin si Tambi. Diba? Ngayon, kapag tumakbo si Sara kasi, magagawa ng boto yung dalawa, si Tambi tapos si Tulfo. Kasi yung Duterte, they're solid to Sara. Good luck sa mga to pagbago na ang administrasyon. Yan. They will fly to another greener pasture. Sila sa abroad. Okay lang. It's easy for them. They have the money for it. Diba? Pakialam nila sa Pilipinas, kapag naghirap ang Pilipinas in the future, wala naman na sila sa Pilipinas pag nagkataon. Because kaya nilang umalis eh.
To my mind, if this investigation started way earlier, then the House might have covered more ground and might have brought justice to victims sooner.
You're correct. No? In fact, we're not just limited to the previous administration, but to the other administrations prior to the Duterte administration. We're also looking back way during the time of perhaps the time of the Aquino presidency and even beyond that.
Uwe. Ayaw pa ba maglulukuhan? Sa araw-araw na ginawa ng Diyos na may Huwadcom. Okay? Never have you tackled yung previous administrations. It's all about the EJ case during the Duterte. Ito nangyari doong panahon ni Duterte. Ito mga kasama ni Duterte. That's it. Diba? Sinong niloko nyo? Hindi man ako makafanatic kay Sara, pero wag iboto ang mga nakikita natin sa Huwadcom, sabi rito. Dapat hanggang panahon ni Grijaldo para maniwala kami. Kailan nyo kasi tinakel yung about sa other administration like Pinoy, Gloria, Era. Hindi ko pa napapanood yun Saang yun? Saang parte?
Because there seems to be a continuing problem in the Bureau of Customs and perhaps also in the Philippine National Police. But our objective really is only to propose legislation and perhaps give more teeth to whatever existing laws that we have with respect to the implementation of the mandate of the PNP and the mandate of the Bureau of Customs. We honestly feel, and majority of the members of the committee committee's consensus is that there must be a law that we should pass in order to really improve, one, the collection in the Bureau of Customs, two, stop the smuggling of goods, especially illegal drugs.
Barbers. How? We have good laws already. Diba? May mga batas na tayong inilagak para kahit papaano ma-stop yan. But still, it's there. It's happening. Oh. May batas na rin tayo para ma-boost yung collection. Yung mga tao na hindi nagbabayad, we can file cases against them. But still, it's happening. There is no 100% proof na matitigil yan, barbers. Ano ka ba? Ay, daming issue sa D. Sino bang D-Lord ngayon nakulong? Good point. Diba? May nasabat pa sila, di ba? Tapos ngayon, ang ipapakulong nila yung mga pulis. Kasi nga, mishandled yung evidence. So, invisible. Ay.
Smuggling of contraband. And all these things are on top of the agenda of this committee. And maybe if we can gather more information, we will be able to craft perhaps a new legislation. And that is what we're hoping for before the closing of this 19th Congress.
Representative Barbers, don't you find it amusing that some of the committee members who are now quite vocal against the extrajudicial killings committed under the Duterte administration are the same lawmakers who once supported the former president's bloody war on drugs?
Exactly. Parang ikaw, di ba, Barbers? Ay, sorry. Parang siya, di ba? Siya yung nandun sa harap. Tapos, very proud pa siya that there is war on D.
Yeah, there could be some change of heart, perhaps. And like in my case, during the Duterte administration, it was quite impressive that he was the only president who actually named narco vloggers. I'm sorry, not narco.
Laging nasa isip niya yung mga narco vloggers, no? It's hunting you. Diba? It's hunting you, Barbers. Nakakatulog ka pa ba ng mahimbing? Nasasaktan siya eh. Ay, naku.
Narco vloggers, narco cops, narco generals, narco prosecutors, narco judges, and even narco politicians. And he was brave enough like him to do that. In the history of our country, it was the first president who actually made that because there was a big problem of illegal.
Tawa dito si Reg LQ. Ayan, sabi niya rito, sus, halimbawa ka lang kasi ng balimbing. Walang paninindigan. Diba? Nasa isip ko nga kanina, ang sasagot nito, because I'm Kiss A.
Illegal drugs in the country. Number two, there were also several shabu laboratories that produce this shabu in the country that were dismantled. And these were done only during the time of former President Duterte. So these are all impressive records on the war on drugs. However, when after the Duterte administration, there were already reports and complaints and issues that came about where they said that there were unabated killings, extrajudicial killings, and even planting of evidence, and even
Pero ito, if that really happened, what have you done during that time? Because ikaw, politiko ka during that time, hindi ba? And yung mga yan, it's all over the news. So what have you done? Ngayon, nung wala na yung Duterte admin, umiiyak ka na kasi ganito, kasi ganyan. But, no, you forgot to tell the fact na ikaw, during that time, incumbent ka. Tapos ikaw pa yung nagsasabi na okay yung ginagawa. Ngayon hindi pala okay? Ganon.
summary execution. So just like what I said, extrajudicial killing. So again, these things must not go unnoticed or must not be allowed to continue. We should stop this culture of killing. We do not like killing in this country.
Who would want to have that kind of country? Sige nga. Sino bang may gusto? Na para bang kayo lang may gusto na matigil na yung mga ganyang bagay sa ating society. Diba?
We are a peace-loving citizen, and we want a peaceful community, and we want a peaceful country. We don't want to be tagged in the Association of Nations that we are a country where killing is unabated, killing is rampant. So I guess that was the reason why some members of Congress have a change of idea or maybe opinion on the issue of war on drugs. But again, the war on drugs was really a good start, so to speak, and we should support. In fact, until now,
Ano ba talaga? Ang sabi mo, it was not good. Kasi may mga nangyaring mga ganyan, yung mga hindi dapat mangyari. O yung mga pagtatanim, nga ganon. Tapos ngayon sasabihin mo, well, it's a good start. Until now, we're doing it. Kahit ikaw mismo, hindi ka consistent sa pinagsasabi mo. The mere fact, na these anomalies happened before, it means, it's not a good start at all because there are anomalies. Pero sasabihin mo ngayon, it's a good start. Siya mismo nalilito na siya sa sarili niya. It's good na ngayon, goods na goods ang pumapayat uli yung mga tumataba nung tukhang days. And may mga may mga yung mga post sa YouTube, sa Facebook, yung mga giyang na giyang. Sabi ko, okay lang pala sa Pilipinas ngayon yung ganun. Diba? Yung sa sabungan, yung giyang na giyang siya habang nanonood. Shoutout sa'yo, MGN Vision.
I even support that. Unfortunately, there were some lapses, abuses committed by those who were tasked to implement. And this is the Philippine National Police. Killing is not the solution to addressing the problem of drugs. No less than our Philippine Statistics Authority said that for the last 6 years under the Duterte administration, when they implemented the war on drugs, there were only a minuscule effect on the drug problem of the country, in spite of the fact that there were thousands of people killed.
Minuscule? That's subjective. Okay? Kasi for me, it worked. Sa society namin, it worked. Diba?
So, are we going to allow this to continue? I think I leave that question to the majority of the Filipinos.
Congressman Barber, some critics, some analysts are saying that the House attention given to the extrajudicial killings and other irregularities in that.
Well, anyway, let's finish it there, guys. Naka 30 minutes na tayo. Kasi may next pa tayo, si Raul Manuel. Okay, ngayon naman si Raul. Abay, nalilito ako. Sino ba yung nag-expose noong blank? Parang sa other universe kasi parang hindi si Kong Ungab eh. Well, anyway, Tapusin na muna natin dyan kay Barbers. No? Gustong mapanood, this is with ANC 24/7. Barbers, Grijaldo likely hiding something as he refuses to answer Huwadcom queries. Ayan. Maraming salamat and kita-kits sa next live. This is Teacher Mark. Out. Bye-bye guys.
Sa bawat komento, ang boses ko'y matatag. Katotohanan ang gabay sa harap ng mga malalaki. Walang kinikilingan, tapat sa bawat salita. Teacher Mark reacts, naghahatid ng wagas na talakayan. Walang bahid, walang bias, ang katotohanan ay aking armas. Sa bawat issue, ako'y laging nandyan. Critical thinking, sa puso, isip ay laging bitbit. Teacher Mark reacts, para sa bayan, walang kinikilingan. Bawat reaksyon may tapang at alap. Pinapitin